Why hello my dear Star Vs fans, I'm back again with yet another video for Star Vs, only this time it's part 2 of the 16th episode of Season 3 analysis video. And dag nabbit, if you still have no idea what I'm talking about the episode Ludo, Where Art Thou? Now, within this particular episode, Dennis, Ludo's younger brother, attempts to find Ludo. Remember, this poor guy has been searching for Ludo since before Face the Music. However, the last time we saw Ludo was when Marco and Star were soaring through the abyss. Anyways, Mewni is still cleaning up all of the Ludo merchandise and possessions and shipping them to his parents. Of course, Dennis sees this as an opportunity, so he checks it out. And his way of trying to find Ludo is by using the dimensional scissors and diluting it in some special substance that reveals its most recent origin. A genius idea, and is exactly what Heinous did in Season 1 with a bit of Marco's DNA. And even though that plan didn't exactly work out for Dennis, in the meantime we were able to see which colors represented which area. Oh, and sorry I didn't describe in detail exactly what all those colors meant whenever Marco picked up the wand in the episode Deep Dive. I definitely forgot that in my analysis video, and I understood that some of you guys mentioned that. So, yeah, that's what those colors meant when Marco picked up his wand for the very first time. And as for the type of blue color that he was looking at before it exploded, I went back and watched the episode St. Olga's Reform School again, and I watched the ending. Blue represents the Dowager dimension, green of course is Earth, and pink as usual is Mewni. And after it flashes those three colors, then his parents come in, and then there's this dispute that happens that really gets me to thinking. I really believe these people are abusive.
Are we berating Dennis? It's not even dinner time.
He's hoarding Ludo stuff again.
Dennis, how could you? Ludo betrayed us. He and his goons took over the castle. He was the worst.
You're the worst.
You got something to say?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
That's what I thought. Now clean up this mess and come help me and your mother with our stickers.
And mind your nails. We need those fresh young fingers.
However, I wouldn't call this physical abuse, it's more like a mental abuse on their own children. They really dimmed them down to be really stupid and beneath them somehow. And I completely understand why they were upset about Ludo leaving them and abandoning them and just straight up stealing their entire house. But even from the episode Face the Music, not only did they seem to not even care about Ludo missing, but because of how small and insignificant Ludo seemed in comparison to his other brothers, one day he wanted to prove to his parents that he wasn't that, so he stole their house and their possessions basically, leaving his very own parents not only stranded and poor out in the middle of the woods, but also ironically was the only one that stood up to his parents. So yeah, that's why Dennis sees him as a hero of the family. I love how they're being realistic with this stuff because not everyone's family is perfect and they have stuff like this in reality.
You coming in or what?
You're blocking the door.
I'll move. Jeez.
And this does explain Ludo's character a lot more now. And it also explains why in the episode The Hard Way from Season 2, he was trying to use Glossaric as a father figure. But I'm getting off topic, let me just stop right there. Let's get back to the episode. So let me resume from where I left off from before. Him and his parents come in after the big explosion. Then they have their little argument talking about Dennis and how he should prepare his nails so that way they can uncover more scratch and sniff stickers. Obviously referencing to gambling. Kids do not gamble, that is very bad. And as it all turns out, Spider and Bird were hiding inside of Dennis's room the whole time, also trying to look for Ludo. So Spider has the idea to search through all of the dimensions himself, or well, herself, to see if she can find Ludo through the dimensional scissors. And as for the dimension where she finally found Ludo, I believe it was between the 7th dimension or the Coronet dimension. And I incredibly doubt that it was either the Earth or Sea Bunny dimension because it looks like neither of them. Also in this episode, they reference Ludo's old skull mask as well as the chicken that was in Season 1. Still don't know if that thing is alive or not. And so we finally get to meet up with Ludo and how he's been doing after all this time, because within the abyss, all that trash was surrounding him, and so he made all that trash into a house. And even though Ludo's sanity indeed is slowly diminishing, if you were to look closely at the backgrounds, you'll see a little bit more than just a crazy Avarian. And yes, that's what his species are actually called, as Avarians. And that definitely explains why the castle was named Castle of Avarius. Now anyways, back to the backgrounds. When it comes to the pictures on the wall, and basically a lot of the other decorations, they were all mostly depictions of his parents actually being good parents, when in reality they truly were not, including the sag bags that he made for them. And I personally call them sag bags because just look at the way they're sagging on the couch and stuff. I am so lame. But anyways, Dennis eventually convinces Ludo to finally come with him and get out of his wannabe house, when in reality it's just trash altogether. And towards the end, Ludo is talking to sag bags that seem to be depictions of Marco and Star, and it seems like he's trying to be a villain again. It seems like Dennis not only encouraged Ludo to come back home and try to stand up to his mom and dad once more, but also to try to see if he can break ties with Star and Marco again. And instead of just becoming friends with Star and Marco like he should have done, especially after the episode Toffee, it seems like he's still on the verge of sealing Star's wand once more and ruling the universe. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the future of Mewni looks super creepy because I don't know what's gonna happen now. Is Ludo gonna try to really go against Star while this Eclipsa and Meteora stuff is all going on at the same time? Honestly, at this juncture, I really feel like it would be best for Ludo to team up with Star and Marco. I know that would be a really weird mix, but at the same time, it would actually be kind of cool. I liked how he helped, in a way, defeated Toffee at the end. And with all that being said, that just about wraps it all up. That's the end of this analysis video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Give it a like if you did. If you didn't, explain why in the comment section. And also, subscribe if you haven't. Become one of the Next Big Thing fans. And can you believe the future of Mewni right now? What is gonna happen in the future? I don't know, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. I can't wait to analyze the next episode. Peace!